Okay, welcome to part 2 of our video. If you haven't seen part 1, please go back. You should have made 5 different folders inside of a root folder called websites. If you have not done that, please go back and catch that part of the assignment. Today we're going to be working with the Files panel inside of Dreamweaver. So if you haven't done so already, please go ahead and launch Dreamweaver. And this should say Files right here. If it does not, you can click Window and go down to Files, make sure it's checked. My screen might look a little different from yours. I am back on my Macintosh, which works a little bit different for me, or works a little bit better. My sound card on my Windows PC is actually out, so I can't record video right now on my Windows PC till I get it replaced. Dreamweaver is the same whether it's on Macintosh or on Windows, so anything that looks different is purely cosmetic. It works identically. So over here on my Files panel, I need to drop this down and choose Manage Sites. Okay, and then I'm going to choose New. And it'll say Site or FTP and RDS server. We want Website. Always make sure you're on this Advanced tab. Okay, for our first site, we're going to call it Websites Root. The site name is just a familiar name. You could call this Yams and Pudding. It doesn't matter. This is not going to affect the way the site works or what it's called when it's published on a web. All it is a friendly name so you can remember what it is. And this is the root where all of our websites were put. So it says local root folder. So it says, where should I look? It wants to know a folder to look in. So we're going to click on this folder. And we are going to browse to My Documents, or Documents if you have Windows 7. It's also Documents on a Mac. And it should say Websites, because we created this in the last video. In the last video, I did this on a PC, so no excuse for not having this correct. It should be under My Documents in a folder called Websites. You should see all of your folders that you made before, but this should be selected. So now I'm going to double check it. Local root folder, users, my name. This should say My Documents or Documents depending on your operating system. Websites. If there's anything else after this, if there's anything strange going on here, you need to recheck this and redo this. Make sure it looks like this, that this very end says Websites. It shouldn't say Blooms, it shouldn't say TripSmart, it should say Websites. Very, very important. Okay, if you got to that point, now click Remote Info. And access is going to be FTP. And the FTP host is going to be ftp.7hunters.net, which is my personal computer. Okay, host directory you don't have to worry about. Login should be the first letter of your name and your last name at 7hunters.net. And your password should be let me in. Now when you have that, click test. Oh, it doesn't like it. Oh, it did. Okay. Successfully connected to your web server. If you get an error or it doesn't connect, you need to email me immediately and let me know. If it doesn't connect, what I need you to do is take a screenshot so I can make sure that you put in this information correctly. Make sure that it looks very much like this does. Uncheck this box and it's going to warn you and all that good stuff. Click OK. You don't need synchronization information on this. Okay, what this does and what we just did is we're going to allow your computer to talk to my computer. So this is all your homework. Bloom's, Carolyn's Creations, Portfolio, Striped Umbrella, TripSmart. These are the websites you're going to build this semester, and you're going to send them to my computer when you finish your assignments. That's all this is for. So I can connect to the teacher's box by doing this. It is now connected because I see the green dot. And I can put files, and click OK. So if you had finished your homework for this week, it has just now been uploaded to my computer, and I can check your work. This is critically important. If you haven't set this up right, it's going to make it very, very hard for me to check your work and make sure that you're where you need to be.